Looking at the next question. Determine a formula for the nth term. Determine a formula for the nth term. Now, remember what they said from the statement. They said the sequence of numerators is arithmetic and the sequence of denominators is geometric, which means we are going to find the general term for the sequence on top and the general term for the sequence at the bottom. Now let's start with arithmetic sequence. 2, -1, -4, and so on. The general term we say Tn is equal to a plus in brackets n minus 1 t. From the sequence here, what is the first term? The first term is 2. So in the place of a, we write 2 plus n minus 1. Now the common difference, remember, we found the common difference to be -3. So it means in the place of d, we write -3. And we have 2. -3 multiplied by n will give us -3n. And -3 multiplied by -1 will give us +3, which therefore means Tn is equal to -3n plus 5. But alright, we are now going to find the general term for the sequence below. And the sequence below is geometric. So for geometric sequence, remember we use Tn, which is equal to ar to power n minus 1. Now what is the sequence there? It's 1, 5, 25, and so on. The first term of this geometric sequence is 1, which means in the place of a we write 1 multiplied by, we found the common ratio to be equal to 5. The common ratio is 5. Common ratio is 5, which means this here was supposed to have been multiplied by 5, and that would have given us 125. So the common ratio here is 5, which means we are going to have 1 multiplied by 5 to exponent n minus 1. And therefore we say Tn is equal to 5 to power n minus 1. So this is the general term for the sequence below. And because we want the general term of the whole sequence, we are going to put the two general terms together. So we are therefore going to say Tn is equal to, for the sequence on top we have -3n plus 5 all over 5 to exponent n minus 1. Now going back a little, 5 divided by 1 is 5, and 25 divided by 5 is also 5, which means the common ratio here is 5. So we multiply 25 by 3 and we get 1. We multiply 25 by 5 and we get 125, which means the fourth term here is -7 over 125. Right. Let's look at the next question. Now the next question reads, determine the 500th term of the sequence. In other words, what they want us to find here is T500. They want us to find T500 because they say here, determine the 500th term of the sequence. Now, remember we found Tn to be equal to -3n plus 5 all over 5 to exponent n minus 1. And because we want to find T500, clearly this 500 is in the place of n, meaning where we see n in the sequence, we are going to write 500. So we are therefore going to have T500 equals negative 3 into 500 plus 5 all over 5 to power 500 minus 1. And this is equal to negative 3 multiplied by 500 give us negative 1,500, and then we have plus 5 over 5 to power 500 minus 1, it will give us 499, which therefore means term number 500 will be equal to, we say here, will be equal to negative 1,500 plus 5, and this gives us negative 1,495 all over. Seeing that 499 as an exponent is a huge number, we are going to leave our denominator as is, and we are going to have this as 5 to power 499. So our term number 500 is equal to negative 1,495 over 5 to power 499. So that is how we find term number 500.